there are actual concentration camps being built in Florida. And again, no one wants to reconcile with the fact that this is a concentration camp. Alligator Alcatraz, this immigration detention center that is 50 miles outside of Miami,
Well,
is an
President
actual concentration camp where undocumented immigrants and probably even naturalized and natural born citizens will be rounded up and put into actual cages. Not only that, as you will see, they have merch, dude. Just sit with this thought for a second. The Nazis didn't even have merch. There was not an Auschwitz cap that they were giving out to pro-Nazi influencers. And yet Benny Johnson, the gay cruise attendee himself, nothing wrong with attending a gay cruise, but like when you're trying to be homophobic, what's the point? Just come out. Be a gay Republican. It's fine. You can do your thing. And yet Benny Johnson has a goddamn fucking Alligator Alcatraz cap. This is reporting courtesy of CBS. Let's hear what they have to say.
Donald Trump, he's celebrating this passage in the Senate. He's in Florida today. He is touring what officials there are calling Alligator Alcatraz. It's a detention facility of ICE. It's about 50 miles outside of Miami. And if you haven't been there, it is surrounded quite literally by alligator-infested swampland. The president spoke in a roundtable discussion with Florida officials earlier. He spoke about the path forward for this facility. Here's what he had to say.
But very soon this facility will house some of the most menacing migrants, some of the most vicious people on the planet. We're surrounded by miles of treacherous swampland, and the only way out is really deportation. And a lot of these people are self-deporting.
Why are Ron DeSantis and Kristi Noem social distancing? Dude, COVID's over. It's been 5 years, man. It's been 5 years. We don't have to stop the spread. I mean, we should still, okay, listen, I'm making jokes here. We don't have to, 6 feet apart. We don't have to do all that. Why are they so far away? It's interesting because this goober, I don't know who the fuck this idiot is. He's sitting on Ron DeSantis's lap. Is it so that like they can have all the fanfare in the picture? But like I don't even know if these are framed properly because this looks like it's in view of the camera, but this one looks like it's behind Kristi Noem. Why are there 3 American flags? What the fuck, man? Like, what is this setup? This shit is so whack. What other where the United States really falls short of its authoritarianism is that, previous authoritarian rulers, the aesthetic was, they were meticulous about the aesthetic. Everything the Trump administration does is fucking sloppy. It's sloppy. It's, what's the phrase, ham-handed. It's like all thrown together. Like, this is just so strange. And like there's 4 flags on one side but 2 on the other. Like, you see what I mean? You need to have at least some sort of attention to detail. You need at least one type A personality in your circle.
Back to their country where they came from.
So let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro, not far from where alligators are swimming there in the Florida Everglades. So is this facility really the blueprint for what the administration wants for an immigration detention facility, not only there, but also all around the country?
Yeah, Reed, good to be with you. That definitely was the message coming from President Trump, as well as Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, who called on other states to build facilities like this, though they admit it's likely to be Republican states, such as Louisiana and Texas. And even Florida Governor
all the fucking freaks are going to do this. All the Hitlerian losers are going to build these types of fucking facilities. And they're all going to try to make it, like, themed with the state. Greg Abbott's going to build one, and he's going to make it, like, boar Alcatraz or something, where there's just going to be fucking wild boar all over the place. You're going to have, like, Montana do this, but with grizzly bears, and they're just going to be fucking whack. All the little mini Hitlers, all the Hitlerian failed theater kids are going to get their set design They're gonna get they're gonna utilize all their fucking hours doing set design to build a goddamn concentration camp.
DeSantis said that this is just one of potentially multiple centers like this in his own state. He said that there would be another site similar to this on a National Guard camp that would hold about 2,000 potential undocumented migrants. So it's something that the Trump administration is open to as they overall look to really ramp up their immigration enforcement activity. You know, we have seen from the quote border czar Tom Homan say that the administration wants 100,000 beds to be able to, house these migrants that are detained, as the overall goal for the administration is to deport 1 million of these undocumented immigrants.
Yeah, and as you see these facilities start to pile up with people who have been detained, it also begs the question, what about due process for every one of them and these immigration to detention hearings? Let's put that aside for a minute and ask about this.
Why? What the fuck? The reporter is, or the newscaster, I guess, is tossing aside civil liberties and constitutionally guaranteed protections. He's like, I understand that, people are entitled to this. But what if they weren't? What if they weren't? Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. Maybe I should hear what he has to say after. But this is just a really fascinating way to start off a sentence about the dehumanization of an entire group of people.
Break down the facility. Who's paying for it, and how is it being maintained?
Oh. It's so over. Yeah, we're fucked, guys. We are. We're fucked. We're fucked. This guy wants to. He said, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Fuck the Constitution. Fuck the immigration court. How do we pay for this shit? He's like, what's the interest rate on this bad boy? He's talking about it like this is how you talk to your friend when they buy a new car. It's like, oh, you got the new Bronco? What's your interest rate? What's the length of your lease term? Did you lease or finance? Like, how much did you put down? Why is he having financial discussions about this? What stage of capitalism are we talking about here? Why are we subverting the actual conversation here? Let's not talk about people who are not going to have due process. Let's talk about who is paying for this. Who's feeding the alligators? How much does it cost to feed the alligators? What is the age pyramid for these alligators? Will the younger generation of alligators be able to financially support the older generation of alligators? Will the alligators vote to lift the cap on Social Security so that way the trust fund pays out its full benefit? Like, these are the questions that we should be talking about. Are there any cranes allowed in this facility? Like, what other types of wildlife will we begin to incorporate so that way we can have a thriving ecosystem here?
Yeah, this is a facility that used to be grand plans for a big airport in the 70s in the Everglades. That was scrapped. And for the past couple of decades, it has, it has been used as a pilot training facility. And what we've seen Governor DeSantis as well as President Trump say is that this, facility was already here. We're just putting, beds on top of it. In terms of the payment, this is something that will be ran by the state.
Instead of having more pilots, we're doing concentration camps. I lied when I talked about that earlier juxtaposition perfectly describing the state of politics in the United States. This perfectly describes it. We are using resources and a facility that was previously positive and now just doing Nazi shit. This is like taking over and like the NYU School of Medicine and turning that into a concentration camp. Yeah, we used to produce doctors and nurses, but now we've commandeered this facility to illegally and unconstitutionally house undocumented migrants.
Florida, but they will be reimbursed by two federal agencies, the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA, specifically a program in FEMA that Republicans have criticized President Biden for using in terms of it being focused on shelter for migrants. You've seen Republicans in the past couple of years really criticize undocumented immigrants who are staying at these hotels in New York City. That is the specific set of funds that Secretary Noem is tapping into. And the overall estimate for running one of these facilities for 1 year is $450 million.
Aaron Navarro, thank you so much for that live report from South Florida.
450, is that what this motherfucker said? $450 million?
That Secretary Noem is tapping into. And the overall estimate for running one of these facilities for 1 year is $450 million.
Aaron Navarro.
$450 million for one facility. I don't ever want anyone to ask me how we are going to pay for something ever again. This is an absolutely ridiculous use of money. This is, dare I say, dude, there's no word to describe the stupidity. There's no word to describe the stupidity of this situation. It's like juvenile, almost. This is child brain shit. You're looking at, if you have one of these facilities in every state, just one, and I know that they are not going to stop at just one. If we do $450 million times 50, you're looking at, what is that? $22.5 billion a year. $22.5 billion a year to run one facility for 1 year in every state. This is so fucking insane. Forget like obviously the monetary the monetary thing here is the thing I'm focusing on. I'm not trying to downplay the human cost of this, because I've talked about that ad nauseum, but these two things are linked. I don't know, these two things, they go hand in hand. Imagine how robustly we could reform the immigration system if we allocated $22.5 billion a year to process these individuals, to add more courts, to add more judges, so that way their cases could be seen, to make sure that these people are able to actually come into the country safely and be processed swiftly, get them naturalized as quickly as possible, so that way they could actually benefit from the social programs that they pay into. But no, instead we are going to pay, the taxpayers are going to pay $450 million per facility per year to treat these people like fucking animals. It is so gross. Look at these facilities. This is literally a fucking concentration camp. Benny Johnson is showing us this twice. He has one tweet that says, POV, you're being deported. I'm fucking stupid. I clicked the same fucking tweet 2 times because I don't know how to use a computer because I'm old. I copy and pasted the tweet 2 times because I think I'm a fucking clown. Okay, no, yeah, I figured it out. Don't worry. I am tech support man. All I did was hit undo. So let's have Benjamin Johnson give us a little tour of this facility. So they're in cages, okay? Cages, actual cages. Literal cages. They are being treated like dogs in a fucking shelter. They're in cages. with bunk beds. My fucking Wi-Fi is pissed right now. That's always great. Like, look at, oh great, the video is fucking choppy, sick. Like, you're gonna tell me that this is not a concentration camp? Like, by what metric would conservatives call this a concentration camp? What do you do when you have an area where you round up all these people and concentrate them? And then this is just so fucking sad. This drop shipping ass, Alibaba ass, made in China ass hat. Hi guys, I've just been handed official Alligator Alcatraz merch. I repeat, this prison has merch. Things are going insanely well. This is so sad. Like, this looks like shit, bro. This looks like ass. This is actually AI generated. I know for a fact because the DHS is posting AI generated pictures, but like,
there it is. Provided.
This guy is such a fucking. He's such a disgusting loser.
Us by the state of Florida. Incredible. And yeah. Would you rock this drip? Look at that.
Would you rock this drip, bro? You are a federal agent. Shut the fuck up. A CIA asset is asking, "Hey kids, would you rock this drip, dog? You're like 40. Shut the fuck up." No, like, oh my god. Remember, the Nazis didn't even have merch. The Nazis did not even have merch. Saddam Hussein did not have merch. Osama bin Laden did not have merch. I'm legitimately speechless. I'm legitimately speechless. Like, I talk. Like, I have a fucking talk show. And I am stunned at this. I'm stunned at the depravity of it, first and foremost, but I'm also stunned at just how cringe it is. Like, they're doing fascism, but they're trying to make it whimsical and quirky. There's nothing whimsical and quirky about ruining the lives of millions of fucking people.